I spent about 7 hours enjoying this conservation area. It's just so amazing with maple syrup making, 2 types of wetlands, and a river. Wait until you see the second wetland. I'm not sure if my camera did it justice, but you'll see. I have started with the south section of the park. I saw this trail marked with yellow blazes. Is this the way to the spectacular long boardwalk? No, definitely not. But this is still kind of fun and gives us the first view of the marsh. If you watch regularly, you'll know we have been looking at how to identify different trees, especially conifers. Well, I have found a new tree for you. This is a small balsam fir. The needles of the balsam fir attach individually to the branch, like spruce, but there are 2 main differences. The spruce attach all around the branch, and the balsam fir tends to be flatter. Flat is the theme here because balsam fir needles themselves are flat, as opposed to spruce that are more rounded. If you're not sure, take an individual needle and try to roll it in your fingers. Spruce needles will roll, but balsam fir will not. I talked about what exactly a marsh is in my last video, but I'll review that and compare it to the next wetland we'll see when we get to the north section of the park. But first, the waterlogged and really cool-looking forest in the south section. Time to cross the road to the north section. It's that time of year where maple trees can be tapped to make maple syrup, so we'll take a look at some of those activities. So nice! Kids have painted some birds pointing the way along the trail. The sap will be running when the weather is below freezing at night and above freezing during the day. Here's a spigot without a bucket. It tastes just a tiny bit sweet. This is the old style of sap boiling, with the kettles usually hanging from a branch beam. Examples of lots of different trees are labeled along this trail. The ice has melted, so it is very deep mud. This is a more modern way of boiling the maple sap, still using a wood fire. 40 liters of sap is boiled down to make 1 liter of maple syrup. And now for my favorite part of the hike. This is a brand new bridge that goes over the second type of wetland at this park, a silver maple swamp. I spent about 2 hours here, marveling at the reflections of the trees in this swamp filled with water. A swamp is similar to a marsh, but with a major difference. Both are mineral wetlands, which means they do not have a thick peat layer. Both can be dry or saturated at different times of the year, but swamps have trees, where marshes have plants without woody stems. I spent some time on this bridge overlooking this gorgeous area, and there were quite a few birds around. And don't go anywhere, because there's one more beautiful thing to see, the Moira River. This is where the parking lot is. It has a gate with a pay machine to enter. I first went south of the road to the marsh and long boardwalks, then through the woods back to the parking lot. I crossed the road and followed the timber trail, then all around the drumlin trail, and my total hike was about 6 kilometers.